Hi Bear, it's just Fan TV back with another video, and a big thanks to everyone that's been watching and supporting the channel. If you're new or you haven't, please support the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course the bells there just for notifying you when videos are uploaded. So, yeah, last night Rangers were in the Betfred Cup quarter final away to St. Mirren, where it finished St. Mirren 3, Rangers 2, and the starting 11 for Rangers last night, obviously with changes, was McGregor nets, a back four of Taverner, Goldson, Balogun and Bassey, midfield three of Aribo, Zungu, Arfield, and up front three of Kent, Itten and Roof. Morelos suspension activated, so didn't play last night. And a very strange game, if I'm honest. Rangers taking 7 minutes to get the first goal. I think it was Kent hits the shot or tries to put a cross in. St Mirren defender heads the ball out. Goldson just past the halfway line, gets the ball, keeps going, looks up, goes straight into the box and hits a low shot into the net to make it 1-0 to Rangers. After that, not really much. A few chances, whether it be Itten or Arfield trying to do something, but nothing seemed to really get the goal. And on the 40th minute, St Mirren get a penalty, and I don't know what you want to put down to, if it's maybe an inexperienced thing, but Bassey just lets the just kind of crashes into the guy, the St Mirren player, goes down, and basically stonewall penalty. St Mirren score from that, and half time comes, and you're kind of thinking, okay, second half, Rangers will come out and go again. Far from it. And in the 53rd minute, St Mirren get their second, and it just, like I say, seemed like a very strange game. Rangers kind of do it, seemed to okay midfield wise, but just couldn't stick the ball in the net. After the goal, 4 minutes later, Rangers make two changes. Bassey and Arfield go for Basic and Davis. Now, the one thing that I would have said surprised me in those changes was Arfield. I thought maybe Zungu, maybe Aribo may have been subbed, because I think Arfield, or my main thought would have been Zungu, obviously not playing as much, so having Arfield would have been some, to kind of keep going. He's someone that loses the ball, he'll try and win it back. So the fact he's got sub was a bit of a surprise, but it's one of these things. I'm not a manager, so I'll back Gerrard anyway. And the next changes were in the 72nd minute. Itten and Zungu went off for Defoe and Kamara, and Rangers, still having chances. They're trying to do something, even trying to get the goal. And on the 88th minute, Rangers get a free kick. Roof gets brought down. Tass steps up, hits the ball, hits just below the joint in the crossbar and post, comes back out, falls to Davis, who just hits the shot first time and goes in to make it 2 each. And it's almost like, bro, we've got a third, we've got a second, sorry, it's looking like we could hopefully get a third. Balogun goes off injured for Hadji. Nothing been said yet of what, if it's how serious it is or not, but hopefully it won't be out for too long. And you're kind of thinking, that's it, Rangers just 2 each, try and go for the win. And in the 92nd minute, corner comes in, gets blocked out, gets put back in, and the St Mirren player just manages to put the ball in the net to make it 3-2, and game over. And like I say, it seemed weird. Rangers looked okay. The midfield, it's one of these things that you could maybe go off. He wouldn't play, and this person played instead. I'm not sure, but I think for me, taking Arfield off, unless maybe it was for rest or tired, then fair enough. But I do think Arfield maybe should have been able to play a bit longer. I've got nothing. I'm not. This isn't like a dig, but maybe Zunga maybe could have gone off a bit earlier. It then would maybe allow, say, Davis and Arfield to kind of be the defensive to it. It lets more people kind of get forward. But overall, like I said, just a game that I saw. I think a couple of people said that almost seemed as if Rangers or some of the players thought we turn up, we'll win. And I don't know about that, but I think they probably just looked at the draw, saw it was St Mirren, who I think 11th, 9th or 10th in the league, and probably thinking, they're in the league, it'll be easy. But it just shows, that St Mirren on their day can beat anyone if the game plan works out. Ratings, it's a bit, like I say, it's a bit hard to kind of do, because obviously they seem to do it. Like McGregor didn't really have much to do. I think it was maybe 3 catches or a save, but other than that, 3 goals went past him, which you couldn't do nothing about. Tav was okay. Goldson seemed to be okay. Balogun, maybe not as much. Did look, I think it was for the second goal for St Mirren, seemed a bit lost. Bassey, a bit of maybe inexperience. But a lot of people had said that they thought Bassey was at fault for a second. I'd say part of it, I do, it did come down left. Yes, it's his kind of side, but you've got other players there that should be able to get rid of the ball. I think Arfield did okay, did well. Zungu, I don't know if it's match fitness or not, just kind of didn't look ready. Rebo was okay again, seemed to be maybe a bit tired or not fit. Roof was okay, tried to do a lot. Itten tried to run and keep the ball going. Kent, just, I think, for the full 90 minutes, I think I saw him do something 3 times. He just, seemed to do something in the first half, disappear. Did something in the couple of times in the second half, and generally didn't know if he got subbed or not. I had to literally check my phone to see if he was still playing. Sub-wise, Barisic would do what Barisic does, goes down, puts crosses in. Davis getting his goal, was good. Kamara, obviously, just to kind of allow more players to attack more, or I think that was the idea. But obviously, with Balogun being injured, I think he was kind of the one that had to kind of play centre back. Hadji, not really much. I think had about 10 minutes, but of the game that didn't really get much of a way to control the game, but I think it's something that it's a good something to learn for Rangers. I think it will probably help in a way for the season. The next game will be Motherwell at home on Saturday. It's a 3 o'clock kick-off. So I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think Morelos won't be able to play this game, so it's looking like the 23rd of December. Morelos should be back for that St. Johnstone game, which a lot of there was, I think, about 4 or 5 people saying, would Morelos have been able to do something? And I think it's one of these things that he doesn't score. He gets criticised a lot, Morelos, which I get, but I think bigger picture, he's someone that when he kind of doesn't play, it is something you kind of wonder, is he someone that would have maybe made a difference? Would St.Mirren been able to get 2 goals? Would have been able to get the winner if Morelos had maybe scored or set someone up? But we'll see what happens. Overall, for me, man, the match, I'd probably say Etten, Roof, McGregor maybe, Davis, Arfield. I don't know, but it was just, like I say, it's just a weird game. And yeah, we'll see what happens on Saturday. Big thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Alright guys, I'm out.